Okay. Wow. All right. We're really wow. We're making videos, huh? Um Today's video is going to be about Coachella. Fuck you. Um I hate Coachella. You know, I knew that it was happening, and there were a couple of people, really the most insufferable people that I've met in my personal life. Other than a guy named Kale, there was a guy named Kale who I know who went to Coachella, who is a cool dude. And he was the only person that I personally know who went to Coachella that I can say that about. Yeah, I just think it's for rich jagoffs, you know? What else is new? So yeah, I'm gonna talk about Coachella and, kind of how I despise everything now. And, Coachella is an excellent symptom of all the things that I can't fucking stand anymore. So, we're gonna talk about it, and I'm going to try to be not too unhingedly violent, okay? There is a part of me that's like, I would love it if a car bomb went off at Coachella, but I'm not gonna say that. And I didn't say that. I thought about saying it and then theorized about it out loud, but I never said that. And I don't condone it. Okay? But also, by the way, just while we're talking, if anyone does do that after they've watched my video, they were already unwell, okay? Most people who engage in violence like that against other people were probably already inclined to it beyond anything that the people they watch have any control over, right? So, just gonna dispel that right away. And obviously I don't hope that, you know. Obviously, it would be an utter shame to see people suffering at Coachella, right? Because Coachella is kind of designed to be the one place where no one suffers, where everyone has a great dandy day, and everyone pays, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars to merely exist, right? And, yeah. So, I want to talk about Coachella and elitism, because I think that Coachella is an excellent indication of where we're at as a society that is obsessed with the symbols of status and wealth. Because, you know, we all know this, Coachella costs however much money to get into, and then, you know, you have to pay for the grounds, and then the food is super expensive, and it's all to, like, see music acts, but really it's more so an opportunity for a bunch of people to flex all over the place, right? And this video is in part inspired by a Ray Like Sunshine video I saw, where he actually had TikToks that really went in depth about how much money they spent to get, like, these influencers and their teams to Coachella. And to be blunt, that we're talking about millions of dollars here. Brands will spend millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars to get people in to watch Coachella, to form an advertising sort of mesh around this, like, hypothetical music festival. And it's just really crazy to me, right? Because, like, I actually think that, like, you know, I think that music is incredibly uplifting. I can see where music festivals would be really fun, but I couldn't help but watch a bunch of these videos and kind of found myself thinking, like, this is more of an important event for these corporations than it even is for individuals who might just want to go and enjoy themselves, right? It is actually obnoxious how much money I was listening people talk about how they spent around Coachella. I heard people talk about the hundreds of thousands of dollars it took to get there and teams for their tickets. And it's just one of these things. It's like, as a brand or as an individual, right? Like, already the first thing that's really messed up is like, do you have no self-interest, right? Like, you can blow hundreds of thousands of dollars to send somebody to Coachella, right? But meanwhile, and I don't know, I might just be the only one who's witnessing the world around us, but like, obviously things are pretty fucking bad. And like, alternatively, what if you had to see a bunch of really obnoxious dickheads and mostly the worst people that you've ever met in your life go to Coachella and spend thousands and hundreds of dollars on shit that is so fucking dumb, right? I saw one guy, this is on like the more ground level, base of it. One guy spend like $80 on like 4 tacos kind of shit and like 2 drinks, right? And then that's just like on a low personal level, right? All this shit costs so much and totally unjustifiably. But because there's some kind of status or symbolism that's tied to a festival like this, it becomes really important for people to spend all this money to what? Like, stand around and listen to some people play a guitar? I don't know. It's just like, I was watching especially like the higher end prices and people talk about stuff like that. And it's just so fucking depressing because there is so much money out of circulation for people who need food or people who need medical attention or people who actually have things that are like vital needs to their survival, and to just watch a bunch of fucking elitist, snobby, whiny, gross fucking like yuppie babies talk about, this about Coachella, or like, oh no, yeah, I spent so much money on these tickets I got scammed out of. It's like, I don't feel bad for you, man, and no one should. No one does. You're not a real person, okay? I don't know. It's just all very sickening to me, and it makes my soul feel bad. So, I just think that it would be great if there was something that would upend Coachella at this point, and everything like it. I think that it is just like so blatantly out of touch for all of these people who spend all these like super obnoxious amounts of money to, do this. And it's just kind of sad to me that I think by and large, all these people spend like such massive, like people and corporations both. There are so many better ways that this money could be spent to help people, and instead corporations are more focused on spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to get influencers into a music festival. And I just don't really want to live in a world like that. And I do, which really sucks, and it makes my soul feel out of balance. I don't know if the rest of you feel this way about it, but it's very much how I feel, and it's just like very also depressing in the sense of like, I don't know if I believe that Coachella was ever about anything other to a certain extent than like advertising. I know there are some people who've like probably gone in the past who can like talk about like, oh, it used to be about music, but now it's more about like this platform or whatever. And I don't know any about the other drama that like went on at Coachella, other than like the poor Cella and the rich Cella. And it's just like sickening because like even the poor Cella is just like a bunch of fucking high middle class people who have the money to like go away for that amount of time and then like hunker down and like have these amenities or whatever and like pay for tickets and food and shit there. And they're calling it Coachella. It's like, you're not. Okay? Like being poor is staring at, a pack of fucking microwave popcorn that's like $6.99 and thinking like, can I afford to have a good thing this week, or do I just have to like get my produce and then fuck off, right? And meanwhile, people are talking about spending $80 to get a taco, it's like, fuck you. Fuck you. Be actually poor. Can we make all these people actually poor somehow? Maybe legislate it. Anyone who goes to Coachella gets taxed 100% on everything. On your holdings, on your income. Fuck you. Alright. That's my 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. Maybe subscribe, huh? Maybe you enjoyed my whining? Probably not. Probably not! Alright. Peace out.